Zen coding is a popular way that allows us to rapidly create our markup. You can use it by installing the plugin if your code editor supports it, and usually there will either be a tab trigger or perhaps command underline. There's lots of different ways. Just check the documentation for your editor to see how you trigger it. Let's take a look though at some quick things you can do with it. If I type a element name and press tab, it will expand to the full tag name and place the cursor in the middle. So if I need to create an H4, rather than doing H4, my heading, instead I type H4 tab, my heading, it's much quicker. But we can do even more. If I need to apply an ID, I can type pound, and notice I'm using the CSS syntax, my ID. And if I press tab and I do not specify an element name, it will assume that I am using a div. That's the default. So let's try this, hit tab, that expands. If I need to override it and I say, I want a UL with an ID of my ID, again, I press tab and now that will expand as a UL. So there's a quick teaser. Let's go ahead and get this installed. Now I already have it set up on Sublime, but if you go to the home page and search for Zen coding, it's stored on code.google.com. It'll show you how to use it, and it'll also show you the various editors that it's available for. So right here you can see whether you use TextMate or Espresso on the Mac, and there's even Notepad++. It's so popular that it's going to be available for just about anything, Coda, Dreamweaver. Now, as my editor, Sublime Text, is relatively new, it may not be listed here, but it probably is supported. So let's search for it. Zen coding, Sublime Text, and see what comes up. Now we can see, sure enough, there is a forum topic, and we can see go here for Sublime Text 2, and this will show you exactly how to install it. It's very simple. So I'm not going to go through all of this with you. You can let us know if you have any issues with it, but it's a fairly simple process to show you how to get that set up. So now, once that's set up, you can then use it, and you may need to restart your editor for it to take effect. Now, let's take a look at some more advanced things you can do. In addition to creating elements, you can create sub-elements. If I type div and then a less than sign, a different element, that will expand to a parent-child relationship tab. And now notice that creates the div and the paragraph within, and it automatically knows to put the cursor there. So that's really helpful. You'll use this often for list items, because you will never add a list item without it first being nested within a UL. So think how long this takes to do the UL, then indent, then do the LI, then scroll back and then type. In this case, I type UL, LI, tab, and then begin typing. What if we need to add two list items? UL, LI, and I can say times, like math. Times 4 will create 4. Click tab, and what's nice about this is I can type 1, and tab will continue to take me through each stop point. 2, 3, 4. Isn't that really amazing? I was really excited the first time I learned about this. Let's take a look at other options. What